Hey Ashley, my name is Sean, and I've never found you on YouTube, so it's the first video I've seen. I saw some people talking about your comments and the reactions, and I felt, I don't know, connected to you in a little bit of a way. I lived in Cambridge Springs for a while, so I know where you are in Edinburgh. I go back and visit every couple years still. I have a lot of relatives in the area. And I was in a fraternity, and I know where you were there because, that definitely had a lot of stuff with it. And I think about I've thought about a lot of the same things as you, and um, I had a couple things that I just wanted to share with you. For me, people being honest, which you've been in this video, and I totally respect that. I think people should be honest. Like, you should say what you're feeling, and you're feeling this, and it's where you are right now. I guarantee it's not where you're going to be a month from now or 2 months from now, because change, it happens, it does, and you're going to evolve, and you're going to feel differently. There's no doubt about that, but that's where you are now, and you feel that way. And everybody, I think, goes through phases where they feel the way you feel, as far as people who are transitioning. For me, I try not to take feedback from the people that I know, because there's so many things tied up in that people can't get by. But strangers, I take almost as, is very good feedback, because I know that in general, people just are not smart enough to go, hey, that person looks like they're trans. But I'm going to respect the gender that they are presenting and use the proper pronouns. It just doesn't happen. The world's not that good. And if, 99% of strangers refer to you as female, then I'd say the world is, seeing you as female. And I don't think that I look particularly female, and I get that treatment. So I'm sure that you are too. People don't spend a lot of time thinking about what someone's gender is. They just do it automatically. And it's surprising how little you have to do to change that. So I think you should pay attention to those more than anything. People who know you, there is, at the same time, while people can decide what your gender is in, milliseconds, they cannot change that once they've decided, and that's just interesting phenomenon. So the people who love you and the people who know you and are friends with you are the hardest ones to deal with, and they tend to be the ones that hurt you the most. They certainly are the ones that hurt me the most. But in any case, the other thing I wanted to talk about was, I think about the whole concept of passing. I think about our community and how everything you're talking about is based upon shame. It's based upon this dynamic that's been set up by society to make us feel ashamed of who we are. And for me, that was, once I got to a point where I decided that I wasn't going to be ashamed of being trans, and that I was going to try to find all of the advantages of being trans and exploit those and concentrate on those, and not try and hold the fact that some people have a single gender experience against them. They can't understand gender because they never think about it. They can't understand it because they can't see the another side of gender, and they're really kind of limited. And trans people, they're forced to think about that. I've thought about gender every single day of my life. I mean, constantly. And that's an advantage, My goal is not to limit myself to one gender or another as far as what I do or how I choose or, in any way. I just don't. I'm going to take the best of everything and make it my own and choose to be powerful in my transition. And if people perceive me as trans, I think that's okay, as long as I'm not portraying shame, because shame, that's the thing that people are going to respond to. If you're ashamed of who you are, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter at all. And being comfortable with yourself, being at ease with yourself, those are the things that people respond to. And you don't get that by spending time forcing others around you to treat you in a way that you'd like to. It's not that you're not very far in your transition. It's just that your experiences have led you to this particular place where you feel this way. And you made a video and you asked about it. And, you were asking a question about, do you pass or do you not pass? But it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't directly. It matters what you think, and it matters how you feel. And the rest comes from that. So, it's a tough journey for everyone. It's not going to be easy, and you're not going to